Howdy. I told you it wouldn't take a moment. How's it going? Hello, hello, hello. Have I got everything set up? Does it look right? Does it look correct? Let's refresh the YouTubes and see. Live reaction to Wait Update dash I Feel Miserable. Do I need to put Amber's name in the title? I feel like I do. Edit to Amberlynn Reid's Amberlynn Reid's. Save it. And we're back. Back again. Giving you a dose of what's happening. I mean, we've just played zombies. I've got myself a beverage. I'm just going to let some people join, just in case. Nerdy, I really like the pea heart. I'm really happy with that emoji. I think it worked out really well. I'm glad. And guys, if you're joining and you are not channel members and you feel like joining, you get some fun emojis, you get access to the Discord. There is absolutely no pressure. You're not missing out on any content. But if you feel like joining up, feel free. For those of you who are currently joining, watching this on the replay, and you have not subscribed, feel free to hit that button, hit that bell, hit that thumbs up. Also, guys, this is a new stream, so feel free to hit those thumbs up. It still feels weird to self-promote in this manner, but I'm happy to do it. Look well groomed today, do I? My beard's getting a bit scraggly. I need to trim it. It's very fuzzy and it's very dry. So I think tonight I will treat myself to a conditioner or something. Lucy, hello! So great to see you. I hope you're having a fabulous weekend. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Welcome to Pulpster. I appreciate it. Do I need to get some lunch? No, it's only 10:30. I'm good. I've got some chicken cacciatore in the fridge, which I will attack for lunch. But I ate really badly yesterday. I didn't put on any weight. I'm actually still at 86 kilos, which is great. I didn't put on any weight, but I really ate bad yesterday. Not bad, just like I had more processed foods than I am used to. So my stomach is a little bit upset with me. It was carb heavy. It was sugar heavy specifically yesterday. So my stomach is a little bit upset with me. But I'm back onto fasting. So I will wait until at least midday to eat the chicken. Chaffles! Yes, they are indeed chaffles. There's chaffles. There's a progress flag inspired heart. There's a beautiful beard. And there's science, because science. Hello, Sage. Okay, we got some people in. We've got the weight loss update / I feel miserable. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. My name is Zach, otherwise known as Pulpy Syntax. And today, we're not playing The Walking Dead. Got to close that window. There you go. Today, it's a beautiful day. It's 10:30 in the morning. Barely a cloud in the sky. It's actually perfect skate weather, although it's getting warm again. It's nice and air conditioned in here at least. Hello to the chat. It's lovely to see you all. Today, about 30 minutes ago, Miss Amberlynn Reid, pardon me while I pour myself a beverage, this Monster Energy Ultra Paradise. This is delicious and it tastes like nerds. So good. Anyway, yeah, today, Miss Amberlynn Reid, about 30 minutes ago, uploaded a video that I didn't expect because it seems out of schedule. And I mean, Amber doesn't keep a schedule really, but it seems like a weird time. Normally, this is not the time when I expect an update, a video rather. I don't expect a video at 10:30 on a Saturday morning. It's more like a 4 or 5 a.m. thing my time. So it is curious, right? It is curious. It's 11 minutes long. Oh, guys, if you want to jump over into her video, she actually has her MyFitnessPal linked. Oh, fuck, it's a new one. Oh, guys, let's pull it up. YouTube, there we go. This is the new MyFitnessPal, everyone. Female Arlington, VA? What? Is that? What? Arlington, VA. Member since the 8th of December last year. Haven't filled out the About Me. Why I haven't filled that out. Haven't filled that out. She has 68 friends on here. Okay, work, Amber. Do I need to put mascara on to match this level of eyelash that we're seeing in this thing? Should I befriend her under the Pulpy syntax? Because I've got 2 sign-ups. I have my personal sign-up, and then I have a Pulpy syntax one that I was using for recording and stuff like that. Arlington, Virginia? I thought it was Lexington. Are Lexington and Arlington different places? That's where she lived 5 or 6 years ago. Wait, she's in Kentucky, not fucking Virginia, Zach. Calm down. Hadn't changed it since Crystal. This is a relatively new... I know that this photo is new because of the earrings. They're those red, confusing ones. You know the ones, the red ones, that entire drawer. Could I add as a friend? Curious. I was just checking I was just having a look down here. Also, Milk Tea, if you're still in the chat, my apologies. I've only gotten like 5 minutes into your video. I will watch the entire thing because you know I binge your content. I do. I absolutely do. And for those of you who aren't subscribed to Milk Tea, I doubt anyone in the chat isn't. But if you aren't, jump on over to Milk Tea's channel. She's fabulous. Lexington is Kentucky. Okay, cool. Sometimes I do this, not very often, but when I'm gearing up to watch a video, I'll have a look at the comments and see what's kind of popular. In regards to like to dislike, again, this is only 30 minutes up, and like we know, it's interesting. Chantel still doesn't have her like to dislike ratio up. Curious, because yesterday when I was thinking about it and working out to it, I was like, well, she removed a lot of moderator levels from her chat, like during the chat for that day. She was saying she'd pulled the moderator title off of quite a few people, because I was of the impression that maybe some of her moderators were also moderating her comments very heavily, which would make sense to me, right? Amber doesn't have any moderators whatsoever, which is why the comment landscape is the way it is. But yeah, I found it curious because I was like, well, if Foodie's removing moderators, why doesn't she turn the like to dislike back on? Curious. Anyway, what are the top comments? Sort by top comment. Worried when you move to a bigger city with Uber Eats available where you were previously a million times, so I won't ask again, but I'll just state that I hope you go back to actual therapy. If I had more... There's some quotes in here. This is a good quote. Most people aren't judging you because of your addiction. They're judging you on your other actions and the fact you deliberately do things to cause outrage, like some of your thumbnails. I mean, SD's not wrong there. Not wrong at all. I mean, it's funny that Chantel and Amber both have used the phrase false outrage in the last couple of weeks. And I'm like, no. You don't get to tell other people how to feel when you create the content. Sorry, boo. Veronica, you did not miss anything at all. This is the pre-show show. We're just having... I'm having a look through the comments just to pick up the vibe, because it's only an 11-minute video, so, and got to make sure I haven't got it sped up because that would be a waste. Interesting. Same old shit, different day. Yep. Yes, Amber, people will judge you if you gain weight on a weight loss channel that you've had for years. 7 years? 8 years, is it? People will also judge you if you're a toxic person. Just push through it. Oh, whatever. Okay, we got to gear up. Let's gear up. Guys, as always, this is not... We're not here to bully, we're not here to shame, and we're not here to hate. We're here to have discussions on content that is filmed, edited, monetized, produced. All of those things. So, with all of that being said, let's jump into the video. Very loud. This intro is just very loud.
So welcome to a new video.
Where are my levels?
This is a weight loss update.
Before we start, I fucking can't with these glasses. I didn't do a reaction to the book one yet because I'm trying to figure out a way for me to do that. That will be fun and interesting because I don't know if you guys missed my last video. I'm trying to like diversify my content. Video games, reactions, workouts, And all of them are done in a little bit of a nonsense fashion. So, because I like to have fun. These glasses send me because they're blue light glasses. You do not need these during filming, in my opinion. Because she's got a MacBook Pro and she films on a camera or her phone, right? All of which their screens, like, no. You don't need blue light glasses when you're filming, in my opinion. You need blue light, like I use blue light glasses at work when I'm doing design and document stuff, because quite often I have 3 screens going. None of them are the same refresh rate. None of them is the same size, and my eyes get very tired very quickly. Okay. I don't see it. Also, the ring light, maybe she's got the ring light set to like a white blue setting, which I'm pretty sure we have the same ring light, to be fair. It's a brand called Influencer, which is a goddamn joke. But yeah, like if she was that worried about blue light, you can literally turn a knob on the side of your ring light to give you more orange over blue lights. Anyway, let's get ready for this non-update. Yeah, absolutely. That being said, however, I fucking love this sweater. I do. I love this sweater, and normally I would hate earrings like this, but I actually really like it with this sweater because it's cozy. It's a full Muppet look. Yeah. And like in Australia, we use Muppet in like a you're a fool kind of way. I don't mean it in this fashion. I actually really appreciate the fuzziness of this aesthetic. God damn it, Zach. However, I would also like to see that same blue color, because that navy blue is quite nice. I would like to see that blue color continued through into the scrunchie, because I think that would be cute if you had a matching scrunchie with these fuzzy earrings and this fuzzy sweater, which is cute. Thinking about this color combination now more though, I don't understand the black, right? I've got fuzz on me. I don't understand the black portion here. Black seems pretty garish on this hot pink when you've also got these like pretty plum, and that's more like aqua, maybe? Is that the color? What color blue is that? Cerulean. Samantha, thank you so much for the super sticker. That is an adorable corgi. Oh my god. What do the super stickers look? How many super stickers are there? I want to see all of them. Anyway, yeah, so this is giving me a full Muppet look. But anyway, we'll continue.
Before I even get into this video, I'm sorry if the ring light.
Also, this is going to get real sidetracked. I was watching, okay, everyone knows about the iconic pepperoni pizza mukbang, the one where she tells us she's on a weight loss pill or something, and it doesn't even make her hungry, and she's not really a pizza girl. And I just specifically noticed in that video for some reason, the nose ring. I think it must have been like lit particularly because I could just see the nose ring really well. And y'all, it's the same silver hoop. I don't know if it's the same actual piece of jewelry, but it's the same design. It's the same silver hoop for like years. Years and years. You'd think you would mix it up, change the jewelry, maybe gold, maybe a stud, maybe something interesting. It's the same. I mean, it's a petty thing for me to like notice, sure. But I was just like, man, considering the amount of money that you spend in Torrid changing the outfits, buy some nice jewelry. I mean, stop buying earrings, but buy a nice nose ring, you know? You know? We have 164 people in this chat. We have 167 people in this chat. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thanks so much for being here. I guess this is a good time for it. 169! Yes! Oh, no. It's back down. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, feel free to hit that button. If you have notifications off, think about turning them on. I go live sometimes. Also, we now have channel membership if you're interested. And make sure to smash that like button. Smash it. Smash it good. Anyway, we're going to continue this.
Is distracting. You can like literally see the circle in my glasses, and it's driving me crazy. In future videos, I will try to figure that out.
Okay, Amber, let me give you a hint. Or a tip, not even a hint. With lighting, right? It's not that deep, and also you can set it up. And also, if it's the same style of ring light as mine, you can get a little clasp like this, right? So this piece here at the bottom, beauty tube, there we go. This piece at the bottom slides into a track on the ring light, and this clampy boy, you can put your phone in, you can put your camera in, you can unscrew this and it'll have a 1/4 inch screw, which you can screw your Sony ZV-1, I think she's got, into. You can do all the things. And then you sit your camera in the middle of the ring light, turn the ring light on, ring light, boom. That's the whole point of a ring light. I have my ring light off to the side because I also have a diffuser box staring down at me. So, and I have natural light coming in from a window. So for me, I need 3 to 4 light sources, because there's also a fluoro, to balance all of that out. And you can see it in the reflection on my eyes. You can see all the light sources. So Amber, sweetie, a ring light goes in front. If it's your primary source of light and you want that like ring light effect. However, it's always going to reflect on glasses because, hey, guess what? That's just what glasses do. And blue light glasses in particular, are, from my understanding, the lenses are not like, they just bounce all the light off, right? Judy Luhu, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for the super chat. I hope you're having an enjoyable... What does Judy do? Judy does a lot of napping, right? I hope you're having a wonderful nap. Okay, anyway, back into it.
Because I'm sure it's really annoying, but...
Turn her volume up? Sure. Is it down? I haven't really touched that.
I feel like certain videos aren't really about like, okay, look at me. It's more so like, listen to me. And
Mary, every one of your videos is a look at me. Every single one. What are you talking about? There are videos, like, someone pull up the receipts of, like, how many times, guys, this is a total Zach react. How many times, let's go to Amberlynn Reid's channel. Amberlynn Reid. Here we are. This is the video that we're watching. How many times, if I type in full body. Yeah, thought so. How many videos do you want to say, ma'am, are about how you look? Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the right one. How many videos do you want to tell us is about how you look versus what you're saying? Because that's what she's trying to say here, right? Full body shot, 519.6 pounds. January 2, 2014, full body shot. February 1, 2014, full body shot. Weight loss body shot, 10 months ago. 6 years ago, body shot. Rub it all over my body. All right, Amber, I don't think I've seen that one. I'm just saying, Amber, you do have a history of making the videos about how you look over what you say. And that can be said in footage, that can be said in thumbnails, that can be said in all the things. All the things, ma'am. Anyway, I need to stop hitting that button. Let's just close Steam so we stop getting confused. Okay. Anyway, we're going to continue.
That's what this video is. So I have been putting off this video for a few reasons. I think the biggest one is the backlash. I honestly think it's really messed up that we...
Has backlash ever really stopped Amber from creating a video though? Like, she's fully aware of where her content is in the landscape of this corner of the YouTube. So, I mean, I don't believe it. This is a lot of me not believing, right? Because the last 3 videos, I think, specifically the book one, which nobody watched. Well, nobody by comparison to the 200,000 that were watching the delayed videos. And now everyone's kind of clamoring for the fact that, like, there's really no content. Because I've said it before, if Amber wants successful weight loss and healthiness, in the past, she has had much better success taking it off YouTube. The juxtaposition of that, however, is that her taking her weight loss journey off YouTube leads to less views. So she needs to find a way to balance that if she still requires the amount of income that she's, been used to. Elise, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Welcome to Pulpstar. I very much appreciate it. So yeah, I don't know. For her, I don't think I have an answer for it, right? I think that you could take your health and weight loss off of the channel and pick up a hobby, do some arts and crafts, make content around your animals. Like, Amber can still make content while not talking about her health, but the audience has been cultivated to be talking about the health because that's just what we've done for so long.
Live in a society where people judge you if you gain weight. Y'all get it.
We live in a society that judges you if you gain weight. Yeah, I mean, I don't really talk about societal norms on this channel. I have not studied that, but I have studied media. And what we can say is that, are people judgmental on the internet? I mean, it's a pretty basic thing, argument to make. Judgmental is one word. I don't like to use that word. I try to use criticism a little bit more. I understand there are judgmental individuals. There are judgmental arguments to be made. You know, it's much easier when you're anonymous sitting behind a keyboard to, smash whatever kind of hate or opinion. It doesn't matter. Do people get judged because of their appearance? Yes. If they're content creators, all the more so, because the thing Amber fails to realize consistently in these arguments is that she doesn't have to do this. No one's forcing her to create content. She's privileged to be able to do a creative job, get paid for it, be able to live that lifestyle, because a lot of creative individuals don't get to do that and put a lot more work into it. Puppy, thank you so much for joining the channel. Welcome to Pulpster. Thank you for becoming a channel member. I very much appreciate it. So there is a level of privilege here, right? The judgment's going to come along with it regardless of what kind of art you create. And that's a topic that I haven't really touched on, but an interesting conversation to have, or a discussion to have, I guess, when we talk about art, right? Because art is a challenging thing to define. It's different for everyone. It's very subjective. For me, I believe that any type of media can be art. And again, art is subjective, but we can make the argument that creating a YouTube video is art. Whether or not it's high art, low art, whether or not people agree with your perception of art doesn't matter. We can classify it as art. So in that line of thinking, Amber is the artist. She is creating content for us to enjoy. And guess what? The thing about art, everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's got an opinion on art. It doesn't matter whether or not you're educated, uneducated. You can look at a piece of artwork or a piece of art and say, do I like this thing? Do I not like this thing? What kind of message is the artist trying to convey? What kind of conversation can I have around it? How does this make me feel? How am I inspired? How am I motivated? All of the things that we talk about consistently. How does this art make me feel? And for vloggers, the art is not just in the content creation. The art is in the construction of their character. It's the charisma that they have to exude. The art it's a living piece of art. It is much like an actor portraying a character, but you are portraying yourself, right? You get to choose what you put out here. So are people going to be judgmental and have opinions on Amber? Yes, because guess what? She's in the spotlight. She as strange as it is to say, I don't think I've ever said this, Amber is an artist creating art. She is creating media for our consumption. And so, we're all going to have opinions on it. Your art just happens to be based around you as an individual as opposed to a painting, a song, a script, or any of those things. Hello, Helen. Thank you so much for joining the channel membership. I appreciate it. Welcome to Bulbster. Anyway, we're going to continue 52 seconds into this video. This is a Zach reaction.
This size is not healthy. And a lot of people ask me, am I part of the, body positive
Oh, yeah, healthy movement? At every size.
And I feel like that's, a whole other discussion.
Can we have it now?
The whole health at every size thing. I feel like I need to make a whole sit-down video about that because I do have...
Please do, because as soon as that video comes out, I will have some thoughts on hate.
I have some thoughts on it, but it's just impossible to look at me at this weight, at this size, and be like, yeah, totally healthy at every size. No, I'm not gonna.
Who was it that recently came off of healthy at every size? Was it Learning to be Fearless? No, I'm thinking of, it was Glitter and Lasers, right? Glitter and Lasers had the big kerfuffle over the last couple of months where she was pro body positivity, was pro healthy at every size, and then the conversation all kind of turned because she was like, I need to start looking after my body, I need to like address these health concerns, I disagree with healthy at every size. Like it just doesn't, it's not for me, it's not working for me. And then she started getting a lot of attention. Who is that woman? I've reacted to her once a long time ago. There was a commenter saying how Glitter and Lasers shouldn't be losing weight on YouTube and shouldn't be talking about that because she's curated her audience specifically based on the Haste movement. Glitter is back to overeating again. Oh fuck, that sucks. That sucks because that storyline was kind of like, oh, this is inspirational. This is actually inspirational because it's a big YouTuber like with a platform. Who can actually like have this ultimately challenging conversation. So yeah. Anyway, 2 lives in the same day. Oh, Stacey.
Sit here and say that there are people who are my size who aren't unhealthy because I don't know everyone in the world, obviously. Like I'm not part of like.
Can we take a moment and recognize the fact that the term healthy can be subjective, right? If a doctor's telling me you've got a healthy set of lungs, your liver's healthy, whatever, different in regards to context of like this conversation, I think. Because I think this conversation she's trying to have is more so audience perception on what someone's is generally termed healthy, right? Like, I don't know. I don't look at a person and say, oh, you seem healthy. That's not what I do, but okay. Jenny, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. I appreciate it. Welcome to Pulpster. I think it's less in regards to seeing someone and saying, are you healthy, are you not? And in this corner of the internet, more about looking at the content being like, oh, you're telling me you can't put socks on, or oh, you're telling me it hurts to stand in the shower, or oh, you're telling me you have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, a list of comorbidities, you know the drill. If you talk about your health and its decline, your audience is going to assume, yes, perhaps the lifestyle you are leading is unhealthy. But just to look at an individual, different story when it comes to, you know, the morbid obesity of it all, I think. Because there are assumptions that you can make there. We're down to talking about assumptions. There are assumptions you can make there if, for instance, you see a morbidly obese individual needing to use a cart in a shopping center, for instance. Like, there are assumptions that you can make. So, yes.
The 5
happy and healthy are the most important things, in my opinion. So
100 plus club. Although I will say, if I had more friends that were my size, I feel like it would help me. I do have a few friends that I've met because of YouTube that are my size or even bigger. And it honestly helps having people like there to understand. Okay, I feel like I'm rambling. Wow.
What? I mean, we're not here to like line them up and like make this comparison, but like everyone who's close to her is obese. Except for maybe mum. But like everyone in her life, at least everyone who has been in the household in the last, 3 months, is some category of obese, correct? So like Becky, her fiance, Dana and Destiny. Like what are you talking about more friends your size? Like even me at the morbidly obese category sees a lot of things that hit home, sees a lot of things that are similar in my own story and journey. But you literally have 3 people I can think of off the top of my head who you see what seems to be somewhat regularly, who can probably, relate cis. So it's just curious. And she talks about her YouTube friends, like pretty often. Acquaintances. I prefer that word. Anyway.
The reason why I have not made a weigh-in video is because I'm afraid of the backlash. I want my channel to
When was her last weigh-in video?
more about me and not always my body.
You are your body, Amber. Trisha, thank you so much for joining and becoming a channel member. I appreciate it. Welcome to Pulpster. This argument comes around every now and then, much like the cycles, in that, like, I am not my body, I am not my habits. It's like, girl, you are. You are your body. Just like I am my body, you are your body. I'm my mind within my body, which can cause a bit of an existential crisis. But you are your body. You are responsible for your body. No one else is responsible for your health but you. Amber, girl, you in danger. Get a grip. Because no one's going to swoop in and save you. And this happens in the cycles all the time as well. There's such a heavy reliance on the healthcare professionals. And it's like, oh, I'll just get a dietitian and things will be fixed. It's like, no, healthcare professionals can advise you on things. But if you don't take the advice and like act on it yourself, nothing's going to happen. Which is exactly the story of Amber's channel. Curious, the backlash of it all. I mean, look, like I said, Amber has the right to take her health and all of that story off the internet. The problem is that it's ingrained in her channel so much that you remove that and like the views go away and she got bills to pay. So it's a hard thing. She's put herself in this position herself. So like, whatever. But it's a hard thing to balance, or a hard thing to change, I guess, when you've been doing this for, when was the destiny? At least 4 years? Like, you've been doing YouTube full-time as your full-time job for 4 years. So it's interesting, isn't it? It's just, how many times can we have this conversation of, I want this channel to be more about me and not my weight or body? Girl, you and this channel is about your weight and your body. Sorry to break it to you, but like, this may have, it started out as a weight loss channel, it turned more into a vlog channel, both of which are focused on you, an individual, the artist or creator, however you want to see it. So if you want this channel to be more about you and less about your weight, I mean, they are the same thing at this point. Sophia, thank you so much for your super chat. Sophia says, I absolutely love your channel and commentary. Just got home from work, so I can't wait to start this over and binge. Sophia, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the content. And if you haven't seen yesterday's video, I highly recommend it. Anyway. I'm
ashamed, even though I shouldn't be ashamed. Ultimately, I should not be scared to come on my channel and talk about anything to do with my life, especially my eating disorder and my food addiction. I shouldn't have to live in fear that people are going to judge me.
Okay, that's a bit to unpack. First of all, she's now making a circular argument in that I don't want this channel to be about my weight and my health, but I should feel confident enough to get on my channel and talk about whatever I want. Girl, you're the one turning the camera on. No one is forcing you to do this. TMZ are not sitting in your bedroom. This is the bedroom. With a camera down your throat. Like, you are choosing to make this content and you are choosing to put it up. I understand that we can talk about the choice in regards to monetary discussion, because ultimately, do you have a choice if you need to do a thing for money? I believe yes, because you can ultimately find a different way to make money. Especially, yeah, I picked that up, Stephanie. I can't talk though. I fall over my words all the time. So, but girl, what are you trying to say?
Everyone preaches about eating disorder awareness and mental health awareness.
That's what I was going to say. Why are we bringing up the eating disorders and the addictions of it all? Why? Why are we doing that now? Because I've given Amber credit over the last couple of months. Her content isn't mukbangs anymore, which is good because mukbangs are the bane of my existence. And I think support an unhealthy relationship with food. And we haven't seen it from Amber in a hot minute, which is great. I like the vlog content, as dull as it can be sometimes. I enjoy it. I enjoy talking about it. I enjoy seeing into the lives of other individuals when it's interesting, right? Like, I can still criticize if I don't enjoy it, but that's just what I do. She's taken the mukbangs off the channel. So, at least in recent vlogs, recent content. So, I mean, she's done that. The weight also hasn't been on the channel, so I don't know what she's saying here, but...
Until someone actually has mental health problems or an eating disorder, and then they, like, literally get attacked. No.
I think that's false. I think that's a false statement. I think that's false. Because I feel like she uses the word attack in the same vein that Foodie does with hate or bullying, right? The thing is, if you as a content creator come online and you say you have this diagnosis, and this diagnosis is the reason for XYZ, the things that you see on the channel, right? The audience only has tolerance so much to see you not receiving or benefiting from treatment, therapy, whatever. They only have kind of so much tolerance not seeing progression or things get better before they start calling out the shenanigans. And I think that her saying, well, people, as soon as the audience sees a discussion about binge eating or sees a discussion about ED in general, there's hate on it. And it's like, girl, no one's hating anyone for having a disorder. No one's hating anyone for having a diagnosis. Your audience gets fed up when you use it as an excuse for behavior that essentially could be assisted with some form of treatment. Treatment that you can choose not to show, and that's fine. But don't tell us you have a thing, ignore the thing, expect your audience to be quiet about it. And that's just an entire discussion about health in general, right? That's not just the mental health of it all. It's also the physical health. So if you tell us something is physically wrong, it's like the discussion about her urinary tract infection beforehand. It's like all of the audience was basically saying, you need to go check this out. Don't get on camera and tell us that cranberry juice is going to solve this problem. You need to go check this out. You need to go see a family doctor, a GP, general health practitioner. You need to not save it until you need to go into an emergency room because you're bleeding everywhere. Like, that's not it. Oh, okay.
I sat down the other day and I was like, what about me as a train wreck?
Okay, that's a bit of a charged topic for me to discuss. Also, I was going to mention, why are these comments about the ED of it all coming out? Like, has this got to do with EC, do we think? She probably won't mention it because she's smart enough not to get into that discussion, but I wonder whether or not, because Chantel had that discussion earlier this week, so I'm trying to gauge whether or not this is kind of a connection to that. Okay.
And I really wanted to absorb that information and really focus in on why people are like, I watch you because you're a train wreck.
But she knows this. She knows this isn't a surprise. Also, I go on record and say I don't like the idea of the discussion about the train wreck and everything. I mean, essentially it boils down to, as an audience member, curiosity, right? It's curiosity mostly, but content creators have the innate ability to manipulate their content to cause more curiosity, more interest, more, shenanigans for people to unpack. And I guess, Amber, there are people in your audience who... I think that you can be part of the audience and want better for Amber while still being interested in the, oh God, what else is going to go wrong, right? You can be... We talk about, Amber thinking that her audience is binary split, like they're either haters or true supporters, in her words. But they're not. There are people, they're all shades of grey through the middle. I consider myself in there because I want the best for Amber. I want Amber to address her health. I want her to be happy and healthy. Ultimately, that's what I want for all humans. Well, and animals, to be fair. But, like, you gotta want it. You gotta show your audience that you're working towards it. Otherwise, yeah, it is all just a bit of a mess. And I can want all of those things for Amber and still be interested in, like, the bullshit that goes on. Like, just because I'm interested in the stuff that maybe in her experience negatively impacts her doesn't mean I don't want the best for her at the same time. You know?
The biggest things that my channel is revolved around is my weight.
Correct. You started this channel as a weight loss channel. You talk about your weight and your health consistently. And you eat on camera for money. To the detriment of your own health. Is my belief and assumption and opinion. So, yeah, that's what you're known for.
And my indecisiveness and the cycle and all that. And you guys have to realize that all of those things that make me a train wreck is mental illness.
Amber, I'm going to say this once. I'm going to say this to future Zach as well, because that might happen. Your mental illness can't be used as an excuse. It can't. It can't be used as an excuse. And I don't say this to Amber specifically. I say this to future Zach as well. Please do not use mental illness as an excuse for shitty behavior. Because even if that behavior is directly caused by your mental health, or I prefer to talk about it in regards to mental health. If your actions are directly impacted by your mental health, you are within you have the facility to improve your mental health, to help yourself. If you don't help yourself, you can't use this excuse. I'm sorry. This makes me mad. This really does make me mad, because you can't justify shitty behavior because of it. Having poor mental health, and I've been there, haven't been diagnosed with anything, know when my moods change, know when I hit long peaks of depression and anxiety. I know, I recognize it because I took some time to work that out internally. But you can't use it as an excuse. You have to grab a hold of the reins and get in control, right? It's a thing you have to overcome. It is a hurdle. It is not the reason. Anyway, back to it.
Act the way I do because of mental illness. I'm indecisive because of mental illness.
Your indecisiveness is not like I don't think it's anyone's major cause for concern, right? And maybe, like, you could maybe argue that indecisiveness is because of laziness. I would probably make that argument, because, you know, there isn't a lot of willpower, there isn't a lot of follow through in essentially anything. So I'm not a mental or physical healthcare professional, so I don't know whether or not indecisiveness can be a symptom, cause of poor mental health. But like if you recognize that, like, there's something about you that you don't like, go and address it, go and seek treatment, go and find a way to better yourself. And if it's something like indecisiveness, you know, I think that's something you could definitely work on with either a professional or yourself. General indecisiveness in everything, though, I don't know if that's pardon me. I don't know if that's a direct symptom or if it's just a personality trait. Someone help me out. Like, it feels like indecisiveness is a personality trait, not necessarily a symptom of poor mental health. I'm very open to the discussion, either in the comments down below if you're watching this later or in the chat currently. Feel free to educate me, because I'm saying right now, I'm not educated in this matter at all. Indecisiveness can be a sign of executive dysfunction. Okay, interesting. This is why I like to read and do research and find things out. But anyway.
I am over 500 pounds
Yes.
because of an eating disorder.
Okay, but what are you doing to address that eating disorder? What are you doing to help you get over that hurdle? What are you doing?
This
Also, this is the oh my goodness, this is the problem with putting all of your life on YouTube, is that we get different messaging, right? Is there an ED? Is there not an ED? Is there therapy going on or treatment going on? Is there not treatment or therapy going on? If we don't have answers to both of those questions, like, your audience can't necessarily side with you, and I don't think they should, but your audience has a trouble taking your side in this discussion because you yourself are not addressing it. You're using it as an excuse. And boy, howdy, do people not like excuses. Anyway.
Entertainment that you're finding in my struggles is honestly disgusting. So the fact
you choose to put your struggles up for monetary gain, some people find that disgusting. So whether or not... Sorry, I'm tapping my foot because I'm anxious. I need my rings. So I don't know what argument you're trying to make here. Is this a video where we're trying to shame the haters? Is that what it is? Is this shaming your audience for having opinions on your content, Amber? Is that what this is?
The fact that I, as a human being with feelings, am afraid to come on here and talk about my weight to the people who are really here to learn my life story and to follow my life story.
Miss Amberlynn Reid, this channel is yours to do with what you wish. If that means that you lose your source of income, you can delete this channel. If it means that your source of income takes a hit, you can change the content on this channel. You can take a holiday. You can do whatever you want. The problem here is the reliance on the monetary gain versus, no, this is my channel. Amber, it's your channel, honey. Do whatever you want.
I'm afraid to share with you guys because there is a very big, large portion of you who are here to just attack. And
we're not here to attack, we're not here to bully, and we're not here to shame. That's not what we do here at Pulpy Syntax. We discuss content that is edited, monetized, and uploaded.
You guys, I hate saying you guys because I don't mean as a whole, but there are a portion of you who almost gets like high off of me gaining weight. And
oh my God. I don't think I can argue that that statement is false. There may be a small population out there who enjoys that train wreck discussion all the more. I do not think it is in the majority by any means at all. But I can't speak in absolutes when it comes to audience members because media is subjective and we all enjoy and take things from different things.
And you can't say that that's not true because I see the comments and I see the personal message that I get in private. Some people get off on me gaining weight.
Okay, well that's a charged statement because there's the entire discussion about feederism and control and humiliation that we've been having this week in regards to Foodie. So yeah, I mean, that's why I said I don't doubt there are people out there rooting for her to get worse. Whether or not it is a discussion about sexualization or a discussion about like, haha, I just like to see people like not happy. Like, that's not me. And I don't think that's a lot of the audience who are here or watching. And I don't think it's the majority of Amber's audience at all. But we've said previously that for Amber being on YouTube for 7 to 8 years, the fact that she still has not managed to build up a barrier, that she still hasn't managed. She goes, there are videos, someone pull a receipt. There are videos of her saying how that being on YouTube has given her a thicker skin. You know, she doesn't let the hate get to her. And then she has conversations like this where it's all the audience's fault because everyone hates on Amber. And that's not what we do. I'm speaking about my channel here. That's not what we do here. So which one is it, girl? Is it thin-skinned or thick-skinned? Either way, just keep a narrative, please. if you are so thin-skinned that hateful comments get you upset, get you not in the mood to create content, which is the argument she's trying to make here, makes it so that she doesn't want to talk about specific things on the YouTubes, okay, there's a very simple answer to, well, there's two very simple kind of answers to this, right? Like, the big ultimate umbrella, decision is you could just stop uploading. You could remove your channel. I understand it's your source of income, but there are other sources of income. And just because this is an easy way for you to create work, that's entirely on you, right? If you do a physically taxing job and you cry that it's too physically taxing for the money that you make, there are, the ultimate option would be to find a job that is less physically taxing. If you find that YouTube is too emotionally taxing, then don't come online and shame. Is this shaming the audience? I don't know. Blame. Don't blame your audience for interacting, because ultimately interactions are like, in terms of engagement, so that leads to more eyeballs, which leads to more revenue. But it's just, you put yourself in this situation. You can take yourself out of this situation. You can also stop reading the comments. I mean, we've spoken before. In December, she was so deep in the comments. So deep. Which is fine. Her life, she gets to choose how to live it. But don't come on camera and say, oh, the comments are so hateful and people just hate me in the comments and in the messages. It's like, well, there are ways to mitigate that. Brizzy, thank you so much for the super chat. Brizzy says, I feel like most of her audience just wants her to lose weight and get help with her mental health so she can be happier. Absolutely, Brizzy, 100%. I feel like the majority only want Amber to be better and to stop the shenanigans, which I think this video is. It's a little bit of a shenanigan. So, yeah, Amber, stop reading the comments. Take the messages less seriously. And also maybe spend some time cultivating your audience in a positive regard. I know that it's hard. Her audience is huge, and they've grown to accept a lot of the secular behavior. Trying to say activity and behavior together there. Backtivity. But yeah, anyway.
And I can't even tell you how many people have said, I watch you because you're a train wreck. You can't say that and then also spread mental health awareness and eating disorder awareness and peace and love. Like, you can't do the two.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I mean, maybe not in those words, but you can. You can say, Amber, I watch your content because it's entertaining and it's interesting to see someone who is just having a hard time of it consistently. But also, I want the best for you. I want to see better. Am I entertained with this content? A lot of the time, yes. I don't derive a lot of joy from seeing the hardship of it all, but like, it's all a bit of nonsense, really. And then like, you can get a bit cynically minded, Zach, when it comes to, well, why did you choose to film this? What are you doing with this? Is this you just having fun, or is there why? Eliza, thank you so much for joining the channel membership. I appreciate it. Welcome to Pulpstar. So I think it is my opinion that you can be both interested in this corner of the internet, the shenanigans that go on, and I don't want to call it like the fail of it all, but it's just very like the narrative. Let's call it that. Like, you can be interested in the narrative and you can want to see the narrative kind of continue, but you can also want the best for Amber. Like, I hope that the narrative ultimately ends in her getting a hand on both her mental and physical health and like having a good time. That's it. That's where I want the narrative to go. But I'll be here for the narrative regardless of whether or not it's a train wreck or what's the opposite of a train wreck? The opposite of a train wreck.
So, yeah, I'm rambling. It's
Me
very
too.
Clear as ever that I am just
very clear as ever.
bundle of nerves.
She's been saying, was it the last video, the 77 assumptions, I think, where she was saying, oh, I get nervous on camera. It's like, girl, this is what you do. This is your job. Like, your job is to turn the camera on. It's okay. You don't, and also, you're the one in control of this job. You get to choose when you do it, how you do it, what gets uploaded, what you discuss, what content you create. what time it comes out, whether or not you create content at all. Like, you get to make all of these decisions. These decisions are on you. And they're made, I think, primarily based on a monetary discussion.
I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to put my weight right here. So, as you guys can see, I have gained a good chunk of weight.
The last weigh-in was she down in the 400s. Again, surprisingly, we here at Pulpy Syntax really don't care about the weight. Don't care about the weight, don't care about the body, don't care about, like, it's not that we don't care, it's just not, like, a major talking point of it all. 572.4 gets brought up quite often because it's literally the title of a video. So, to put the narrative into perspective, 572 was the highest weight. I believe she got down to under 400 last year, 2020. Under 500 into the 400s last year in 2020. And I think that was after the hysterectomy. Is that correct? Down to the 400s after the hysterectomy, and now we're back up to the 530s. Okay, I think that's right. Oh, over 300 people in chat. That is a new record, Joyful. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. If you're not subscribed already, hit that button down below. You can hit the bell and see when I go live or upload. And make sure you hit that thumbs up button because I very much appreciate the engagement. And leave me comments in the chat because I am watching it while watching this nonsense. Also, how have I been talking for almost an hour and we're less than 5 minutes through this video? Oh boy.
I'm now only down 30-something pounds when originally I was down over 91 or something like that. So I've gained a pretty big... Look, as someone who's been on a weight loss journey, I don't like talking about, if I put on a couple of kilos, I don't take my total number and then subtract. Like, that's not what we do. Also, I don't like the idea of counting, like, how many kilos I have lost in general. My phone does that because I have a scale that talks to my phone. It's not important. So that tracks it for me, but I don't do this math of, like, if I'm up, then I'm down this much from my total weight loss. And it's like, no, don't think about your total weight loss because it just makes it hard, in my opinion. Chunk of weight. I feel it.
It is monster energy.
In the way that I breathe, in the way that I do things, I feel absolutely disgustingly miserable.
Okay, this is a to camera moment. Where are we here? Chat, audience, future Zach, if you feel disgusting, if you Amber has said in the past that she hates herself, especially over the last few weeks, which has been pretty, like, confronting. She said it, like, in the sly, I'm kind of joking way, but that just speaks more to the actual comment. If you feel disgusting, if you feel like you hate yourself, if you feel like there's something about you that you don't like, work towards changing it. Work towards changing it. If it's something innate that is unchangeable, learn to deal with it. But if it's something that you can do, like your weight, if it's something that you can actively work on, that you can participate in, that you can seek help for, love yourself enough to work on yourself. That's all. That's all. It's a very simple message we have here, and I try to say it every day now. If you see something about yourself that you don't like, that you can change, that you can make changes towards, and do it in a healthy way, love yourself to improve yourself, right?
I can't even express how horrible I feel. I feel so horrible, and I'm going to get...
No one asked you to come on camera and tell your audience how horrible you feel. Because this is just gonna... What is this? Is this manipulation? Is she baiting for sympathy in this discussion? And I'm sorry if I'm coming across as hard in that comment. I don't mean to be. But is that what this is? Is this just a bait for sympathy? Because, girl, we know. We know you're not happy. We know, like you've just said it, you feel disgusting, you feel miserable, you've said in the past that you hate yourself. What are you doing to work on it, Amber? Girl, what are you doing? Because now you're saying that every hate comment or every hate message or whatever, however you want to define it, is also making you feel bad, but you're doing nothing to address it. You're still reading all of those comments. You're still you know, you're literally making this video. It's like a whirlpool. You're literally just making this video to address all of this. And it's just making it worse. It is just making it worse. You need to find some joy in your life, Amber, that isn't Legos and money. Amber, you said you read all of those books. Sure. But, like, how could you have read that many books and not derive some form of message from... Because all of those books would have had a message of, like, it gets better, things progress, you know. All, like... Anyway. Deb, thank you so much for joining the channel. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Welcome to Pulpster. Anyway, we'll continue.
Tons of backlash and tons of hate about my weight gain, and whatever you guys have to say to me, I feel a million times more than you feel it. I literally hate myself right now.
There it is. Thought it was coming.
There's absolutely no way that you...
Don't hate yourself. Don't. Like, if you do, work on that. Right? I don't think that's a challenging thing for me to say. This jacket is very fluffy. I don't think that's a challenging or charged thing to say. If you hate yourself, work on it. Because you deserve it. And no one else is going to work on it for you. And do you know how much better it feels not to take issue with yourself? Not to make yourself miserable? Because I kind of feel like I you know, Amber's got a diagnosis. Okay. Never been diagnosed myself. But when I got to a certain point and noticed that my mood was just shit and I was the one causing it, I found ways to better my mood. And I worked on it. And it was hard work. Like, I don't, like, reflecting on where I've come and where I am now in terms of my mood, I'm so happy that I took time to actually sit myself down and say, you know what, Zach, your attitude is kind of shit sometimes. And, like, you're aggressive, you're rude, like, no one actually wants that. So how about working on yourself? And I did. Anyway.
Who hate me or are disappointed in me or let down by me more than I am let down and hate myself.
Amber, go. You gotta put yourself first. Do things for yourself, not your audience, not your bank account. Do it for you. Because again, I've spoken before how it's like the disassociation of like her versus her physicality, which I think is particularly interesting because it's always like, oh no, it's my ED or it's my body. It's like, no, Amber, it's you. It's all you, honey. It's all you. So you got to get a grip on it. You can't rely on anyone else. You can't rely on, you know.
I can blame it on a million different things.
Don't.
Having a hysterectomy, emotionally eating due to the fact that I can't have a kid. That has been...
Okay, this is going to be a lot, and I don't know if I've got any... I haven't really considered this. I haven't really thought about this. Because cynically minded Zach is kind of being an asshole, being like, well, have we ever had this conversation on camera? Has Amber ever discussed wanting to be a mum, have a kid on camera? I think from memory, I feel like the discussions that we've had in this realm was Amber. I remember a video Amber saying she wanted to adopt a baby girl, but was that post-hysterectomy as well? I feel like it might have been. Now, in regards to emotional eating connected to your emotions, obviously, duh, you don't need to hear me say that. A hysterectomy is major surgery and removes the biological component that is being discussed here. So it is like, yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big thing. And it's a big thing to deal with that. But this is now, I think, a discussion about trauma. And again, we kind of cycle back into, well, how are you managing your trauma? How are you dealing with it? Are you receiving therapy? This is a big, heavy topic of discussion that's hard because your audience, again, being many shades of gray, yeah, it's hard.
So heavily on my mind lately that the fact that I can't carry a child has really messed with my mental health. It's That's a whole other topic.
It is. It's trauma. That's what I think this is. It's a big difference between not wanting kids and not being able to have kids. Yeah, absolutely. It's hard. It's just hard. I think it's hard as well because the audience has been manipulated into certain, like, I think as an audience... Oh, Bonnet, thank you so much for your super chat. Bonnet says, you're not being too hard on her. She's manipulative and very self-centered. She knows how to get sympathy from her viewers. Yeah, Bonnet, I'm trying to put that to words without being harsh. Because ultimately, this sucks. And ultimately, I'm never going to find myself in this situation. Yeah, like, I don't want children, and I don't have to worry about the process of that. Like, that right hasn't been removed from me, from my knowledge. So this is a really challenging topic of discussion for me because I don't have anything to relate to here. Now, again, I sound like such an asshole. Cynically minded Zach, and it's because of the way the content makes me feel. Cynically minded Zach thinks that this emotional response could have happened before there was any discussion of hysterectomy, only in that, like, Amber's health journey has never shown, like, greatness, not greatness, but she's never come across as generally healthy, which I know is ironic considering where we started this conversation. So she's quite often come on stream or on camera and said, well, my periods are irregular, like nothing, like, you know, sometimes I go months without, and then sometimes it's, you know, 2 days, and like that's the line of discussion that she's given the audience. So it's kind of hard to have this response. I mean, I guess this response is more about like that, just the inevitability of it all, right? Like, you can come to terms with the fact that you may be in a position where your body can't do a certain thing, like, you know, create life, but then to have that option of, oh, I could lose the weight and then get my health in order. I really need to watch 1,000-Pound Sisters because I'm really interested in the Slayton story, especially with the pregnancy, like, conversation, because I don't know anything about pregnancy. So yeah, I guess this is a different topic of conversation, being I'm 500 pounds. I probably wouldn't be able to carry a child at that weight because the hysterectomy removes the inevitability of that all. It's like, that could have been a reason to lose the weight, to get healthy, to have a child, like, and that all kind of gets chopped with the surgery of it all. So yeah, the trauma of that is going to happen, I think. Oh, Amber, that's a really great point, actually. Like, yeah, it's hard. And I do wonder what, again, not a mental or physical healthcare professional, I just wonder what the best approach would be in this regard. Like, surely therapy is on the table. Like, there must be some form of, like, even talk therapy. Like, you probably wouldn't want to touch medication when it comes to this, because this is very, like, I don't know. It seems like... Eliza, thank you so much for the super chat. Eliza says she needs therapy. These are too heavy of topics to share online than for her to call people haters when they give her feedback that could help. Yeah, I agree. This is a very heavy topic of discussion. But again, it's hard as an audience member to not be cynical, because I'm just going to say it, like, as audience members, we've been treated pretty roughly, in regards to storylines, in regards to narratives. And, like, who are we? We're just the consumers. Like, Amber doesn't have to do any of this. She creates the content. We just happen to be audience members. But if you're someone who is a true supporter, is rooting for her. You know, even we as audience members who just want to see her do her best, be better. This gets to me. And so I'm just trying to unpack it and not be putting my foot in my mouth because I'm not knowledgeable about the topic. From a media perspective, why are you talking about this online? Right? The why is always the question. Why is this content being produced? Why is it going up online? This is probably just, like, part of me thinks that it's just messaging. It's just her trying to get her emotions out. But if I had an audience like Amber's, I would not be creating this content. That's how that's safer to say.
I can blame the stupid estrogen that I have to take. I can blame my eating disorder and my mental health.
Trying to catch the ring.
Blame all this stuff, which, you know, it does have a lot to do with
weight gain.
The weight gain.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the only person I can blame is myself.
Correct. So you got to work. You got to work. You got to work on it. You can't. It really does seem that you started this video using mental health kind of as an excuse. So is this just the culmination of the video? Is this the introduction to the third arc where she's recognizing that
there has to come a time when no matter what, no matter what's going on with you, you finally start to love yourself.
Correct.
Enough to be strong enough to beat this
girl. I need to stop referring to her as girl because I don't mean that to be sounding derogatory. Amber, you've been dealing with all of these things for a hot minute. Your audience is basically getting shorter and shorter with you, I think, in regards to please stop coming on camera and blaming all of these things for everything going wrong when you do it consistently. So consistently. I could almost guarantee, I'll say allegedly because I don't know if it's 100% true. I could almost guarantee though that every year you have done a video like this where you have updated your audience on your mental health, where you have basically said, these are all of my issues and this is the consequence of it all. But it's like, no, these issues are not, well, these issues may lead to these consequences, but you could subvert these consequences by addressing the issues. Like, you know, you got to stop the bleeding to save the leg.
To eat healthier and to lose weight. I know this is going to sound stupid, but I didn't order takeout today.
Great.
I didn't order takeout today.
I have ordered takeout once in 12 months because I took my weight loss journey seriously and I sat myself down and said that that's not going to happen. That's
big for me because in the last over a year, I have had takeout every single day besides that week that I did Jenny Craig.
Still waiting on a day 7, by the way.
I order takeout every single meal practically, but I didn't today.
Okay, I know this video is about Amber, but let me make this about me for a moment. I'm upset that you live in this lovely apartment with this beautiful kitchen that includes a kitchen island and you eat takeout every day. I'm upset because I would, if I could get my hands on that kitchen, ooh boy.
And that for me is big. It's a big accomplishment. And I hope tomorrow I can say the same thing.
Sure, okay. How do I start this conversation? I know that I'm pretty bad at giving out the yay, congrats, you did a thing to the most basic stuff, right? Not getting takeout for one day. Yes, it's good, right? Yes, it's good that you didn't get takeout for a day. Is it going to change your audience's presumptions, opinions, anything like that? Look, every journey starts with a step. Every journey starts with one step, which is good. But we've been on this journey for almost 8 years. So at this point, you coming on camera and saying, I didn't eat takeout for one day, give me praise, is a little like, It's just a little...
Yes, you can eat out and lose weight and choose healthy options.
You can.
And
You can also, like, put... What else have you got to do, though? Like, if I was in lockdown and at home every day, like, I literally did it. I taught myself to bake. Like, you could be creating all of the salmon dusted with garlic powder and black pepper in the world, Amber. You could refine, you could be making your own spices, a nice spice blend of onion powder, garlic powder, Mrs. Dash, and black pepper. You could be doing all sorts of stuff. But you're not. You're choosing junk food. You're choosing takeaway. That's your choice. And you're privileged enough to make that choice. Don't even get me started on the cost of eating out every single day. Even though in America I know that takeout is like much cheaper than Australia, just like the privilege to be in that position where you can afford to feed 2 people on takeout every day for months on end. Man, like, I make a veggie soup using vegetables in my crisper that are like going bad, and that gets me through like 2 or 3 days of work. Like, I am quite frugal when it comes to food, because food waste is a big deal, because there have been times in my life where there hasn't been a lot of food. So this
work around whatever lifestyle change you're doing, but whenever I order something, I have to order multiples or
Why,
the worst
though?
thing on the menu, and
Why?
it's like I sit there
You
for
don't.
each meal and I eat thousands of calories, and
by
point
choice.
blank period, I have no restraint and I'm weak.
Okay. One of my videos, I believe it may have been on Amber, it may have been on Chantal. I said pretty much the same thing, right? I think it was actually the live I did. The live with DC. I don't believe that Amber has a lot of willpower, a lot of strength, because she can't even tell herself not to order multiple things on the menu, not to overindulge. And the thing for me that I find hardest to believe in this entire discussion is that if I'm overeating, and I believe my overeating is emotionally driven and oftentimes boredom driven, if I'm overeating, it's not me sitting on my phone picking out all the things on the menu, because that takes time. If I'm boredom eating or I'm emotionally eating / overeating, it happens instantly. It's me in the kitchen staring at the pantry going, what can I put in my face right now? Because I can tell you, if I had to wait 20 minutes for that food, that feeling would pass for me, right? Like that I would probably get a better handle on that emotion, or I would find something better to do with my time than sit around waiting for Uber Eats to come. So it is just curious, and I'm interested to know what chat thinks. What chat thinks, or the comments think, in regards to this, right? Because I don't know. It's a whole discussion. I just think that, like, if you're waiting 15, 20 minutes for food to arrive, there would come a piece of clarity. Like, you would come to a clearer mindset, I guess, where you're like, oh, wait, I ordered enough for, like, 4 people. Like, maybe, because for me, I would take enough for one person, sit down, eat it, put the rest in the fridge. And then if the emotional eating or the boredom eating kind of kicked in, then I'd be like, okay, I've got stuff in the fridge. I can just like, nom, nom, nom. But yeah.
I'm weak. I physically feel like 99% of the time I don't know how to say no. And
Okay.
I am truly working on that.
Are you, though? Are you working on that? I truly hope there's therapy of some description involved, because I'm not, again, not a mental or physical healthcare professional. I don't know what it looks like from a mental health perspective in regards to, like, working on willpower. From my experience, willpower has always been kind of an internal thing, and I didn't necessarily have a lot of tools to, like, work on my own willpower until I just sat myself down and said, well, Zach, you're being a bit this is all a bit nonsense. Let's live a better life. And that involved learning to grow my willpower, be a stronger individual personally. And then you kind of grow from there.
I have completely deleted Uber Eats off of my phone.
Okay. I mean, I could make a snarky comment and say installing Uber Eats will take all of 1, 2, 3 clicks, right? 3 clicks on the phone and the Uber Eats is back. So, like, okay. I think it would show more willpower. I don't know if you could practice more willpower if you kept the app on the phone and chose not to use it. Like, willpower is kind of about choice, ultimately.
That was... Oh my god. I feel like this weight is, like, off of my shoulders because now I can't order food at the click of a freaking button. Like,
but you can install it at the click of 3 buttons.
It takes 2 seconds.
It takes 2 seconds to install an app.
Now if I want to order food, I have to look for the app in the store. I have to download it. I have to put my information in again, like my card information. I have to put my address. I ain't trying to do all that.
What? What are you talking about? You know what you could do, Amber? You could just tell yourself right now, and whether or not it's on camera or not, you could just tell yourself, I'm going to cook at home for a week, right? You don't have to do this 0 to 100 at all, because I don't think she can. You could just sit here and say, I'm going to cook for myself and my fiance. I'm going to make home-cooked meals 3 times a day, 7 days for a full week, and see how it goes. See where we get to. Because if you get into 3 days and you're like, nah, I can't, I'm tired, we're getting takeout. It's like, okay, then that may be something that you need assistance with, right? If you can't do it by yourself, probably need assistance. I feel like we've had this discussion many times.
I don't have the app at the tip of my fingers anymore. And
you still have your phone. And I guess this kind of leads into a conversation about inpatient care, right? I wonder if Amber's ever considered inpatient to assist. If there is, because there is kind of this consistent discussion about both physical and mental health. And it's like, well, if you can't deal it in the outside world, and this entire discussion is all about health, but we're not hearing anything about professionals, so who knows? Yeah, okay.
That honestly feels really great. So every day I just need to take it day by day. So I will be counting calories. I need to focus on calories. That is something I have focused on all day today. I actually have a new MyFitnessPal. So
we saw
if
it
you guys
earlier.
Want to add me on there, you can.
Maybe I will.
And you can message me on there and we can talk about whatever it is you want to talk about.
What is this? What is this? What is this audience engagement storyline that's happening? Because I picked it up in the Patreon, right? In the Patreon, one of her perks was messages, right? She said, I will respond to every message. And now we're onto a storyline of add me on MyFitnessPal. That would have been a great perk for Patreon, actually. Be friends on MyFitnessPal. I mean, people would have jumped at that just to see if she was actually using it, I think. Anyway, that's an interesting topic. Oh, someone has mentioned in chat, Amber has openly said she'll never do inpatient. Okay, well, that takes that off the table, I guess. So it's just interesting. Why does she want interactions with people? Here's the thing that's now starting to give me a bit of a headache. How can she sit here and say, well, the private messages you send me and the comments that I see are so hateful and so mean and so cruel, and they're, my mental health is rotten and stirred. How can she say that, blame her audience for the way that comments make her feel, and then sit down in the same video to say, but you can message me on MyFitnessPal? Like, you're literally just giving your audience, who you've basically called out and said are all big meanie poos, another branch to contact you. Like, what is this? I'm really confused with this now. Because is the theory that, oh, hey, it's MyFitnessPal, so people will be more inclined to, give you ass pats for hitting your calorie goals? As opposed to, sorry, I'm all fluffy. As opposed to the YouTube channel and the Twitter when it was a thing, and the Instagram and the Snapchat and the TikTok, where what was your expectation from the messaging of your audience? You're saying that those people are giving you all the hate, but the people on MyFitnessPal won't? Did Foodie Beauty just upload P Rose? Gosh, what a beautiful day. It's Saturday as well. What a beautiful day. Oh, it's a creepypasta? Ooh, spooky.
So it's Hello Honeydew.
What happened? I saw this when we reacted to it first. Hello Honeydew is at least all spelt correctly, which is good. What happened to Pineapple Pinup? What happened to Curvy Calories? Has she just lost the password for those email addresses? What's going on?
I'll put that right here. HELLOHONEYDEW.
We got
Hello
it.
Honeydew. I'll also
it.
link it down below.
Fabulous.
So you guys can add me on there. I'm trying to do my best, like focusing in on calories, portion control, you know, choosing.
Okay. Breathe. Everyone breathe. Chat, take a breath. Look, ma'am, how many times have you sat on this camera and told us that calorie counting is a trigger for you? How many times have you sat on this camera and told us, it's too hard, I just need something easier. I need something where, you know, I can't derive, where I don't have to think about it. That's why there was Jenny Craig and Optivia and Weight Watchers, even though that was kind of similar to calorie counting. Don't get me started on Weight Watchers. Quirky Cantaloupe. What? How many times can you tell us something isn't going to work for you because of these reasons, and then turn around and try to sell the same goddamn shtick to your audience? You have told us calorie counting doesn't work. So do we believe you or do we not believe you? Because if we believe your previous, content, it's not going to work. And then when you see us saying it's not going to work, you think we're all haters. So I'm very confused. Very, very confused.
Foods that...
Is everyone else confused? Is it just me? Is this whiplash? Is this whiplash in real time?
are going to make me feel better and not make me feel sluggish and miserable like I do now.
Ironically, lessening your calories does tend to make you feel sluggish. Oh, that was my camera, guys. My camera's dead. That's embarrassing. We're going to go to a full screen here. There we go. We can still hear me. It's okay. The thing is, right? The thing is, you are going to feel sluggish and you are going to feel like you're lacking energy when it comes to restricting your calories. And again, we're now on to a discussion about calorie restriction, right? You are going to feel as if things slow down. I mean, for me, for instance, I felt, how long did I feel sluggish for? Yeah, sorry guys, we've got a big screen. We've got it on big screen. I was probably out of it for 3 to 4 weeks. I was getting 10 hours of sleep a night. My body was going through it because I had gone into a calorie deficit that was pretty considerable. It was pretty considerable. So exactly, Christine in the chat. Exactly. We've also been told on Amber's channel that restrictions cause overeating, cause emotional eating. We've also been told that, Amber needs to get a hold of her mentals, as she calls them. So I just don't know. I don't know. Some backup camera batteries. I've actually got backup batteries. Hang on. Bear with me. Here we go. Let me run an ad and I'll see if I can get everything set up. One moment. Okay, I think we're back. Are we back? Back again? Hello, hello. Check. Mic check. 1, 2. Mic check. We're going live. Thank you all so much for your patience. Am I back? I think I need to get a make a pending screen, because I was going to put up like the gameplay one, but then I was like, wait, this is going to confuse people. I'm back. I think I'm back. Yup, I'm good. Okay, great. This is why I invested in 4 batteries for this camera, because even plugged in, it only lasts 4 hours. Okay, I'm asking a lot of my battery and my battery pack, to be fair. But anyway, we're gonna finish this one off. Ooh, is that? That's screen tearing a little bit. Hold on. Chair, keep him company. Why is that screen tearing so much? Why? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Whoa, that's way too close. Still screen tearing. Curious. Why? Why is it doing that? I think that's OBS. Anyway, we're going to finish this up. We've only got a couple of minutes.
That is my update. I will be posting more videos regarding this topic, even though, people are so rude when it comes to like weight loss and like food and eating and stuff. But then like when I stop uploading those types of videos, it's like the biggest one that people want to see. And it's like just this like vicious cycle. And sometimes I just feel stuck. So I'm just going to...
Oh, Stronger, thank you so much for the super chat. Stronger says, watching this while I eat a super healthy brunch and it feels extra good about myself. Heck yeah. At least Amber is excellent motivation. Everyone in the chat, I think, Stronger, you have nailed it on the head. Amber is inspirational and motivational, and I hope everyone here is leading an enjoyable and happy life. Thank you so much.
I post and film what feels right to me. I don't really know what else to say. I have gained a lot of weight. Very, 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 very let down.
We can see the ring in this shot. Guys, what do we think about the ring? Do we like ring number 2? I don't think I like ring number 2. I didn't really like ring number 1. I don't like any of this jewelry. I don't like Amber's taste in jewelry. Whoops. That's just the truth, though.
I'm very let down. I have let myself down. It's not about anyone else. I have let myself down. Yep. Just to think about.
Boo, Amber, you're the only one who has to deal with this ultimately. Like, it's just the way it is. Like, you are responsible for your body, you're responsible for your mind, and you're the one who's going to pay the consequences, not anyone else. I mean, I guess arguably you could say Becky maybe. Becky maybe has to, like, deal with some of these consequences, being your fiance and life partner. Friends, family, sure. Ultimately, the responsibility is yours. Get to work.
How amazing I felt just like 5 months ago. And then versus how I feel now is like a complete 180.
Are you seeking professional assistance?
No, I just have to work it.
Wasn't there a discussion about therapy in Amber's recent narrative? Wasn't there a discussion about... No, maybe I'm misremembering that, and it's Chantel I'm thinking of in regards to therapy and a dietitian. I'm sure it's all very confusing.
And I have to be realistic and stop doing an all or nothing approach. I mean, it's that simple. So I'm gonna stop rambling now because I feel like I could talk freaking forever.
Okay.
But I hope that you guys enjoyed this update.
I did not.
Even though it's pretty sad, but I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Bye, Amber. There's nothing else left in that one. Let me come back to full cam. Let me see. Oh, the tearing. The tearing is so bad. And I don't know why. Oh, well. It's fine. Let's blame OBS on that. I'll just try not to move too much. Hey. All right. She had to get therapy to get weight loss surgery. Oh, that's right. That's why she didn't get the weight loss surgery. 2 fake rings. Yep, not great. Anyway, that's the end of that reaction. That was fun. That was fun. We've now got a foodie thing to do, and I want to play more video games, so we might jump back into that. Thank you all so much for joining. That was a fun reaction live. I'm gonna go. Thank you all so much for joining. Once again, hit that like button, thumbs up, subscribe, do all of the things. Thank you all so much for joining, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.